One of the things, I'm just going to jump right into why this is happening. Hang on. Can you guys hear me better now? Yeah. All right, there we go. I'm just going to jump right into kind of why this is all happening. Some of you know, some of you may not know, Dallas has DFW NORML. It is one of the largest and most active NORML chapters in the United States, and that's awesome. But one thing that we've noticed, Caroline and I go down to DFW NORML events on a regular basis, and it's a long drive. I mean, we'll spend 2 or 3 hours a week just driving. All that time adds up pretty fast going to and from events, no matter how big or small they are. And we know a lot of people in Denton who want to get involved. They want to make a change. They want to see something happen with regards to cannabis reform, but they don't want to make that drive down to Arlington every Wednesday or drive down to marches all the time. So what we wanted to do is start up something here in Denton. There's been Denton branches in the past. We've had UNT NORML, we've had some other small chapters, but they've never done a lot, and they focused exclusively on students. One thing that we see in Denton is not everyone here is a student. We've got a lot of people who just live in Denton, they work in Denton, and so we want to really get into that. We want to see people of all ages, all ranges. We want to see them get involved. We want to offer that up. So Denton NORML is going to be a smaller chapter. We're going to do smaller social events. We're going to be doing some rallying for our representative here, who, if you don't know, is Myra Crownover. She is the chair of the Public Health Committee in the House of Representatives. She pretty much gets the big say in whether the medical marijuana bill that's before the legislature this year gets a hearing. And once it gets a hearing, then it may or may not get out of committee, but that's where the bill is right now. So we really want to be pushing her to make a change and get some positive stuff going for cannabis reform in Texas. So that's what we're here for. We want to see people get involved in the local area on a more regular basis without having to drive down to Arlington, Dallas, wherever something is happening. And then whenever there are big events, like coming up on May 2nd, the Global Marijuana March in Fort Worth, we're going to take Denton NORML and we're going to go down there. We're going to join up with DFW NORML and we're going to make a bigger crowd. We're going to bring in that Denton love, that Denton passion for change that we have here and get something going. So I'm going to hand the phone off to, I'm going to hand the megaphone back off to Caroline, and she's going to do a little more talking, and then she's going to get some of our first speakers up here. We've got some good speakers, and hopefully they'll get you a little more riled up, and we'll get some change happening.
All right, thank you.
All right, I just want to shortly elaborate on, again, like why Denton. So as you guys know, Denton is a college town. We have 3 campuses within like 10 miles of each other. And so I know that not only is it important just because there are a lot of students who want to make a change, but there's a lot of education that goes on here. There's a lot of intelligent people. We have a school just down the street that focuses a lot on medicine. And we need people that are going to be going into the medical field to know that it's beneficial. We have all kinds of really good programs at all the schools. And so we want to make sure to bring them in, but also bring in educators, bring in parents, and just people who live, work, and love Denton. I don't know if you guys know this, but a couple months ago, Denton fought the oil and gas industry to ban fracking. And whether or not you agree with that, you have to give us credit. That it's really, really interesting that we were able to, with very little funding and just a lot of love and a lot of just passion, to be able to stand up to the oil and gas industry with their millions of dollars of funding. So when I saw that happening, I knew that Denton could do something. I knew that Denton had power and Denton had passion. And I know that, even if you just look at our local businesses, we have a lot of businesses that want local products. They want to sponsor local charities. They want to really inject themselves into the Denton music scene. They want to promote, just the Denton culture and the uniqueness of it. And it's really great because Denton is different than a lot of Texas cities, but I don't feel like that it just is limited to Denton. There's a lot of cities that are even more conservative than us that still feel like it's really important to change the laws. Because anybody who has dealt with the criminal justice system and the insanity that is putting people behind bars for a plant knows that this is wrong, and most people nowadays, especially that the taboo is being removed, are wanting to speak up for it. So we want to give something for Denton to be able to have a voice. We just want to get you guys together and have a big group give Denton a voice to the rest of Texas and the rest of the world that we're okay with standing up and we're okay with doing something different and going against the grain and standing up and making sure that we're making a change and it's coming from us and that everybody knows that this is Denton and then what we want is going to happen and we're going to make it happen because we really care about this place and we really care about the people that live here. So on that note, I want to bring in a speaker, which is David Sloan.